Super Smash Bros. For Nintendo Switch was announced in the last full Nintendo Direct. And the last Direct, when I was watching it, showed me that the 3DS is gonna be here for a long while. Or until Super Smash Bros. And Pokemon release on Nintendo Switch. So now, this is Dark Shearer 007 here, and today, in this video, I'll be telling you the reason why I think the 3DS is not going to die until at least Pokemon and Super Smash Bros. Release for the Nintendo Switch. So now, let's get started. So let's start with my story and reasons why I believe that the 3DS is not gonna die anytime soon until, for me at least, until Super Smash Bros. And Pokemon release for the Nintendo Switch. So this is the day of the Nintendo Direct, and I was just going through everything. I was like, alright, the last announcement. Perfect. The last announcement is gonna be Fire Emblem. A CG trailer or something that showed X Fire Emblem and stuff. There I was wrong. Smash Bros. Was announced for Nintendo Switch. And it's releasing this year, and it's going to be an original game. So, I breathe in, I breathe out, I coughed, I almost died. And then, I don't know why, my Smash Bros. Itch was back. Was real back. So, I know in this channel long time ago I said that my Wii U got a stroke, or not stroke, a heart attack, because a heart attack, if you have a heart attack, you're not recovering from it. So my Wii U got a heart attack right before the Switch launch. This is like February, and I wasn't planning to buy the Switch at launch. I was gonna buy Zelda on the Wii U and play it until Xenoblade Chronicles 2 comes out, and I'll buy a Nintendo Switch when it's more available. My Wii U got the blinking blue light of death, and I was forced to get a Switch. I camped out at Target and I got a Switch. So I can play Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. I'm a real fiend, so let's start with that. And now, this moves on, right? To like fast forward now to my 3DS. I got my Switch. My 3DS was working harmony. I used to play my Switch for like Zelda for the first few months and Mario Kart, and then the 3DS fade into like nothing to me. And then one day I start up my 3DS and I open the hinge, and it just turns off. Every time I move the hinge, it turns off. So my 3DS got a stroke. So my 3DS and my Wii U got an injury for some reason. I understand the 3DS because I was all over the place with it, and I used it every day since 2011 when I got it like the first week at launch at Toys R Us. But my Wii U, I don't know what happened to that thing. That just died with the blinking blue light of death. Anyway, now my Smash Bros. Itch came back, and I bought these parts on eBay, and these parts are basically like the speaker. Apparently that if you move the hinge and it cuts out, your 3DS cuts out, something with the speaker is damaged and your 3DS can't survive without the speaker attached to it or something like that, I heard. So I bought it on eBay. And then I couldn't stand it anymore. I said I couldn't wait a month for a 3DS parts, and there's a chance that I can't even replace them. So I said, yeah man, I need to buy a 3DS. So I bought a 3DS, a Nintendo 3DS XL, because I'm broke. I can't afford a new 3DS. I'm really broke. Or a 2DS XL. I got a basic 3DS XL, and then I put in my Smash Bros. Cartridge, and I play that for hours. I think that's the last. Listen to this. I never touched my Switch since. I don't know why. So, this is why I think that Smash Bros. And Pokemon, because I did play a lot of Pokemon too, is like the thing that draws people to the Nintendo 3DS right now, is because they have these main style games. This is why I think I said this on Twitter. If you don't follow me on Twitter, you should follow me. But I said this on Twitter. I saw someone, they dust off their Wii U, and I was like, well, you should be throwing that away. You shouldn't be playing the Smash Bros. For the Nintendo Wii U. You should be throwing that away because you have the Nintendo 3DS version. I know, right? I would love to buy a Wii U to play Smash Bros, but the Wii U stopped manufacturing, so I was forced to buy a 3DS, and plus I'm broke. So I ended up buying a 3DS, and this is why the 3DS is supreme, because you could play these games that keep on drawing you back to over and over again. Smash Bros and Pokemon. So this is the main reasons. And plus, the Nintendo Direct makes sure of it, because a lot of people went back on Smash. It's not only me, because my friends never touched Smash Bros. They saw the reveal trailer and they said, I have to go back to it. And we've been playing on the 3DS straight all the time. So that's the thing. This is the thing that the 3DS have over the Nintendo Switch. We don't have these great franchises yet. And this is why the 3DS is more drawn to right now, and this is why Nintendo can't let go of it, because it doesn't have the Switch doesn't have those games that draw people in, and that's my main thing. And this is why we're getting Detective Pikachu. This is coming on the 3DS. We're getting Luigi's Mansion 3D. These are meant for you to draw back to the 3DS, and you have Mario and Luigi Bowser Inside Story remake and stuff like that, and Captain Toad. It was meant for you guys to go back to, and I really believe it. This is like 100% believable, because I have this experience. I never knew that I was itchy for Smash Bros. For so much until I bought a 3DS, and I can't stop playing it, and my Switch still didn't turn on to this day. For 4 days, it's been 4 days I didn't touch my Switch. I'm offline, and that's crazy. So that's my main reasons. And then this is my another question: we even getting games for the Nintendo 3DS still throughout 2018? Like Detective Pikachu just released. We're getting the games from Nintendo, Luigi and Bowser Inside Story, Captain Toad. And then we're getting like the Dylan game that's coming out. And the thing is, right, you're forgetting two main RPGs that's supposed to be releasing this year on the 3DS. And, well, one of them are main. Let's say Dragon Quest 11. We don't know what platforms they're releasing in the West, but I'm assuming that they're going to release it on the 3DS, because Square-enix noticed that the 3DS is not really dead yet. It's just not dead. So they should just continue releasing content, like little smaller games. Well, Dragon Quest isn't small, but they already made Dragon Quest for the 3DS. It's not that big a deal to transfer the translation from the PS4 version, because I heard it's the exact same game. 100% exact game. Just for 3DS and PS4. So Dragon Quest could come on the 3DS. And Persona Q. That thing is coming on the 3DS. And that thing, Persona Q2, I should say. Last time I messed that up. Persona Q2 is coming out, because I already played Persona Q a long time ago. But that is another RPG that's going to be really exciting to play on the Nintendo 3DS. So we have a lot of games still coming on the 3DS. Think about it. It's a lot of games. This is more games that Nintendo gave the 3DS than the whole last year of the Wii U. Think about it. The Wii U last year didn't really get any games. But if this is like, assume that this might be the last year, because Pokemon and Super Smash Bros. Will be releasing this holiday, then it's definitely like, this is like kicking the 3DS, like hitting it with a bang at the end. And that's what I like. This is great for Nintendo. Now I'm 100% behind it. Before I was like, well, the 3DS needs to stop. But now I know that the 3DS is here to stay until at least Smash Bros. And Pokemon release on the Switch, and I see that beautiful HD Pokemon game. Oh my god. Or, you know, Pokemon Company could be a little weird and remake Pokemon Red and Blue, or Gold and Silver, or just make a sequel to Gold and Silver. That would be great. It'd be in the same Kanto, Johto, and even the Kanto City Islands. Put all of them everywhere in that area vicinity in a remake open world Pokemon game. Amazing right there. And I know you're gonna say I saw comments before because I just read my comments like the other day. Someone said, "Oh well, Kid Icarus about Kid Icarus saying that well, not every game is good open world." You're right. Not every game is good open world, but maybe yeah, you're right. Maybe not all games are good open world. But some games just work perfectly, and that's Pokemon. Pokemon is definitely... I don't know about Kid Icarus. I would just say it to say it, because that would just blow my mind for Kid Icarus to be open world. It doesn't need to be open world. But this, Pokemon, I would love it to be open world. Like, go to any gym you want, any trial, whatever you want to be, because Pokemon Company wants to be different. Sometimes they put trials for only for the Lola region, but put anything. Put anything, any order you want. And then have a difficulty slider or something like you beat this gym. Oh, all the other levels in the area increase to like level 30 or something. That would need it. But anyway, I'm rambling. But all I can say, 3DS is gonna stay until at least 2019 or something. I don't know. Next financial year ends. That's when the 3DS, when Nintendo stop making 3DS games. That's my prediction.